welcome back to the rabbit's chair. So last week we started that soil chair and moved the boat around. This week we're going to move the bigger jobs. So we're going to move the tractors and the larger items that are in the carousel. We're also going to catch up with the performance for the soil chair and see what happens with that. Animal wise, we don't know. It's a bit like last week. Let's see which one causes some mischief. So yeah, let's see what happens. As usual, we start one job, we get called away to do another. So we'll catch up with this stuff in a little while. So now that the ground's nice and hard, we can actually bring the water over for the horses with the tractor, which makes it a lot simpler. As Ed's just pointed out, one of the horses is out. So see if I can get through before she does. I don't normally mind about the tractor, but I'm going to wait here. So, this is a horse. These are horses. This one should be with them. This one isn't. So she's got out. I don't know where, don't know how. Oh, yes I do. The fencing's down over there. So I don't know why the others aren't out, but she's managed to break the fencing down. So Ed's just going to get a bit of corn and we'll try and catch her. So, although she looks like she's nicely just stood there, if she doesn't want to be caught, she'll be over the other side of the field pretty soon. But Ed's got his corn. And Ed's got his horse.
She's very food orientated, aren't you, Inky?
So she's alright, she likes her food. So I think, yes, I'll go and fix the fencing now. And here's the problem. I don't know how they've managed this today. But so yeah, obviously after a bit of this. So what I'll do, while the fencing's down and they're merrily eating, so while they're merrily eating over there, I'll take them a little bit of this.
So while he's feeding them over there with some haylage and sorting the fencing out, I'm just checking over Inca, giving her a corn and giving her a little bit of water to kind of calm her down a bit, because she seems to have got out for some water, because he seemed to have drank it all a bit quickly today and they're a bit out of it. So a nice bit of water, a lot happier now.
So, fencing back up. For how long? I don't know. But happy horses munching on some haylage. Now, kind of, yeah, very angelic. So let's go see this one over here. And here we have the happy escapee getting her much wanted attention. She's very alert, this horse, and she quite often gets out. She's looking all over, so we shall see. But anyway, she's quite happy now. So what we were saying about her being nice and settled now, is slightly wrong. So Ed was just trying to work with her in the field, and she decided she didn't want any more. She wanted to go over there. So now we have Ed trying to catch horse. Recaptured horse.
Oh, it just follows me about, doesn't she?
Yeah.
Hello.
So Sally's joined us now with mints. Extra ammunition. Have you got any mints?
Not any mints.
So when I came out of the gate with the tractor, I managed to knock the tin of Hoofmoist off and run over it. So we still got most of it.
Not happy.
Oh, I didn't leave it on the wing of the tractor.
You did, I said bring it in.
And here goes mince
You were like a mint.
for an escaped horse.
Yum yum. Twice in one day.
Yeah. And look at the rest of them all calmly stood there.
Use the fruit of the bunch.
Here's just the...
Oh yeah, you're the fruit of the bunch. You can't.
Well, so now, after all of that, let's catch up with the seated chair. So now we're well and truly into spring, and we'll catch up with the chair, see how it grows over time. Now let's get back to some clearing.
So, after yesterday's escapades of her getting out, it started throwing it down, and Inca's got a little bit wet and shivery. So we're just bringing her in to cool her off, to dry her off, and to get her back out in a day or two. Well, in a day once she's dried off. Steady, good girl. That's it. That's a good girl. So she's going to come in for a day, dry off. Then she's going to have a rug on and go back out with the others.
So, after all of that and all of the effort, it's time for Sally and Ed to go out and enjoy a ride.
Funny girl.
While we're out on our ride, I don't know if you see it just down there. There's a deer. Just came across two does. It just ran off from us, but they've just gone. That's a shame. Hopefully you saw that. Let's get back to the riding. They've gone off now. And
Well, that was nice for them to spend some time riding after all the effort this week. So this week we saw some of the larger things getting moved out of the carousel, and we'll catch up with the final thing that was moved out next week. Next week we'll also have a look at one of the other horses, because they're off on a bit of an adventure, so we'll talk a bit about that. Art wise, we'll showcase one of our artists, really. One of the artists that's worked with us for a while since coming for a residency. And yeah, well, we'll explain more about that next week. So join us next week from the Rabbit's Chair.